Okay. Yeah. What time is it? 2:11. That's somebody angel number. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Everybody welcome. Especially the Christians and the Jewish folks. Y'all come on in, cause we ready for y'all last tonight. Okay. We not playing with y'all last tonight. Think about how many people saw the video. No, 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 no. Look, my manager be on my ass. It don't make no sense. I ain't got no room to breathe. God damn. No room to breathe. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying. I'm doing my best. But it's cool because guess what? Tonight we're going to get into it. Not clear. What you mean? What do you mean? Not clear how? Like, how clear? You can't hear me? Or quality? How? Like, what? Tell me if it get fixed. Is the quality poor? Is it poor quality? I heard it was poor quality. Like, we got to get into some stuff. And it can't be looking all blurry and, like, pixelated. I'm not trying to be pixelated, bitch. Is it cool? What's up, J-Dog? You back. What's up? Better not as good as the other night. Is it cool, J-Dog? Can you see me? It's clear, it's cool. My manager said it's poor quality. Is it poor? I've been missing you. I've been missing y'all too. Manager. I'm in front of the camera. Like, damn. J-Dub, am I good? Great quality. Thank you, J-Dub. I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm trying to have a good live tonight, manager. Okay, the Archons, they ain't been fucking with me that bad. Be a mod, beautiful. I don't know, J-Dub. You be let me see. We gonna see, J-Dub. I gotta see how loyal you is. I don't want you deleting no comments that could possibly benefit the conversation. I be having mods every once in a while, but oh my God. Manager, that's please. It's too much. I can't. Oh, it's overwhelming me, all these text messages. What's up, Eric? What's up, y'all? Like to laugh while y'all up here. Cause if not, why you being so rude? Why you being so mean? Okay? Maybe I need to turn the brightness up. Maybe that's my manager like that better. A little bit better, manager. What's up? Let me know. Let me know. Cause y'all know we finna get into some things today. Okay? I got my whole lesson plan ready. You look amazingly beautiful. Thank you, J-Dub. Thank you. We lit tonight. Y'all already know what we do, okay? It's Miss Germanybadd with the 2Ds, your favorite unicorn mermaid princess. Y'all already know we finna talk about mainly conspiracy theories, but not because I feel like it's important that this whole Eye of Horus tattoo, okay? We need to talk about it. Because I really feel like the start of his downfall was that motherfucking tattoo. Put a 1 in the chat. Did anyone take the poll if they know Young Pharaoh? Yeah, do y'all know Young Pharaoh? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all know who Young Pharaoh is, if y'all used to follow him, if y'all used to fuck with him. Put a 1 in the chat. I need to know. We finna talk about Young Pharaoh. We finna talk about the Eye of Horus, that tattoo that he got on his eye. Like to lie while you up here. We finna talk about how I genuinely, in my sovereign opinion, feel like that Eye of Horus tattoo is cursed. Don't get that motherfucking tattoo around your eye of an eye. Don't do it. It's cursed. Put a 1 in the chat. if y'all know who Young Pharaoh is, because we finna be talking about him tonight. Y'all know I do my conspiracy theory thing. I come up here and I talk about the deep depths of important ass shit. And if you wanna, stay tuned, then please do that. Okay. We also finna be talking about dreams being hijacked. Okay. I kind of talked about it just a little drop on my last live, but tonight we finna really talk about it because just like the afterlife, the death realm, the false light trap is hijacked by the archons. So are your dreams sometime, okay? You think you having a bad dream, bitch. Your dream not really that bad. Your dream wasn't supposed to be bad. You were supposed to have a good dream tonight. But the archons done hijacked your dream. Let's also, matter of fact, did I bring my pen in here? Yes. When we talk about these dreams being hijacked, we also gonna talk about incubus. Let me put that in my notes, y'all. And succubus. If y'all don't know what that is, I will be informing y'all what that is tonight. If you ever had a sex dream in your whole life, that was some incubus, succubus, archons trying to feed off and harvest your energy, okay? What's your name, gorgeous? My name is Germanybadd with the 2 D's, no space. I'm the people's favorite unicorn mermaid princess, and we talk about all things that fucking matter. The eye for black people, ain't it? The eye for black people. Where are you going with this, Mr. Devin? What are you trying to say? I don't understand what you're trying to say. I'm talking about the Eye of Horus, okay? Y'all know the eye with the little swoopity swoop on the side. Play frequency protection music when you sleep. Facts, J-Dov. I like that. I really like that. Y'all tap in with what J-Dov just said. And thank you, Unplugged Matrix. Let me pin you. This is my Instagram, y'all. Please follow me. I'm a baddie. Pin message. But this is just a temporary vessel, okay? I might be a baddie in this temporary vessel, but in my past life, I could have been... Yeah, that's what I mean. You look beautiful. Thank you, Dino Low. Okay, like the live while y'all up here. We talking about all things that matter, okay? False light trap, okay? Gnosticism, Jesus, Young Pharaoh, and that Eye of Horus that he got that I personally think, in my sovereign opinion, was a curse. Okay, we talking about Greg Braden. Pretty sure that's his name. I need to look it up just to make sure that I'm saying it right. And then I got to put y'all on to a couple people YouTube channels. And yeah, that's what we going for tonight. Oh, we also finna be talking about Jesus, Egypt, okay? And the Ooish people, they whole storyline, the Ooish folks, okay, with the blue and white flag and whatnot. Yeah, them. We finna be talking about them too. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all know who Young Pharaoh is. I want to start with that tonight. And like the live while y'all up here, because if not, what's your problem? Why you so mean? Why you so rude? Last live, y'all was on my ass. Y'all was saying I'm going to hell. Y'all was saying this and that and that and this. But I disagree. I disagree. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all know who Young Pharaoh is. If y'all don't, I'm going to give y'all a little backstory. So, boom. Y'all know how it's a lot of... in 52 minutes. Yes, manager, in 52 minutes we talking about all that stuff. Okay, so boom. Y'all know how it's a whole lot of spiritual gurus who basically, they get big, basically mainly on social media, YouTube, and stuff like that. Hey, from prison. Levi, shout out to Levi, free you. Because what? We up here talking about conspiracy theories. I'm a conspiracy theory enthusiast. Okay, so if that's your thing, then yeah, I'm grateful that you here. Shout out to you. Free you. I hope you ain't did nothing crazy, because I don't condone no type of kid stuff. Okay, or no violence against women. So I hope you ain't did that, because if you did that, if I had a mind, I'll tell them to block you. I'm a stepper. Okay, you a big dog. You a gangster. You a big dog, a gangster like Jesus was. Okay, because I love Jesus. He was a big dog. He was a gangster for real. They got his story messed up, but I'm here to really explain what I think he was really talking about. Okay, Levi, do you know Jesus? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, when I come up here talking about Jesus, don't think I'm no religious type of person, okay? I'm not religious at all, but I'm very spiritual. So let's get into it. I'm listening, babe. I like your video too. Thank you, Levi. Make sure you subscribe. Devin, okay, let's get into it. Make sure y'all like the live while y'all up here, because if not, I don't know why you being so mean, why you being so rude. One more thing, my manager, y'all, told me that I can't be up here longer than an hour, so we gonna try to get through all this stuff that I done named within this hour. Y'all think I could do it? If you think I could do it, put a 1 in the chat, okay? So boom, let's get started. So we finna talk about Young Pharaoh, and we also finna talk about this Derek Jackson's wife. If y'all know who Derek Jackson is, he basically like a relationship kind of guru type of person, right? His wife got the same Eye of Horus tattoo. Okay, now in my sovereign opinion, if y'all don't know who Young Pharaoh is, he basically like a spiritual, well, he used to be like a spiritual guru. Okay, he fell off and like lost his whole footing. Okay, oh, shout out to Unplugged Matrix. That's my girl, y'all. Shout out to her. So boom, steppers don't get locked up, Jay. Ooh. Well, sometimes they do, I guess. You feel me? But yeah, so boom. Young Pharaoh, he was basically like a spiritual guru, okay? Black. Everybody love a black spiritual guru who dropping knowledge, okay? Like me, black spiritual. I wouldn't consider myself a spiritual guru because, side note, I do not want you to follow everything that I'm saying. I don't want you to just say, oh, everything she's saying is the truth. I want you to be sovereign just like me, okay? I'm a sovereign divine being, okay? I do not take everybody. I don't have a guru or a priest or somebody that I feel like is over me and I just go along with what they say. I don't do that, okay? And I want you to be sovereign just like me. Okay, let's be sovereign from this forth. Yeah. Them real dreads, yes, they is. I had them since 2016. This how Germany coming already. Yeah, you know. What's up? I love y'all real bad. I don't even think y'all know how much I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. But boom, so we here. So he's like a spiritual kind of guru, okay? Kind of similar to Nature Boy. Actually, very similar to Nature Boy. I know y'all know who Nature Boy is, okay? They very similar. But then it was like he was dropping all this knowledge. Ooh, what's that other guy name? Y'all know who he is. He locked up right now for some kid stuff. Y'all know who I'm talking about, though. I remember YP. He from the Black Conscious community. Exactly, Pop Daniels. What's up? You here? I like to laugh while y'all up here. I know y'all knew who he was. And then Nature Boy from Carbonation. Exactly. Yeah, Jamal. Exactly, Pop Daniels. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I already knew that you knew what I was talking about. Jamal, Rashad Jamal. You're right. So all of them, I will put them in the same category, right? And for some reason, if you look at all of their storylines or whatever happened to all of them, they all tragically fell off, okay? Very tragically, okay? Rashad Jamal, he locked up for some kid stuff. Okay, then we got Young Pharaoh. He got that Eye of Horus tattoo. He did some shrooms with some girls. He want to be poly so bad. And then next thing you know, now he lost his mind. Then you got all these different individuals. Nature Boy, he locked up too for beating on one of his sister wives, right? Or beating on one of his sister wives and actually assaulting one of his sister wives, right? Ignore my ass. I ain't trying to ignore you. Is that New Grove, the right side of your head? This is like a swoop on the right side on my head. They probably got a little New Grove. Where you say you from? I'm from Norfolk, Virginia. Ignore my ass. Polite. Exactly. Polite too. Oh, let's not forget Polite. Same shit. He was fucking with some young kids or some young girl or something, and now he in a whole, world of trouble. His whole world turned upside down. Now, let's use Pharaoh as a specific example, okay? Pharaoh, we all know, and if you don't know, he basically ended up getting this Eye of Horus tattoo on his eye, okay? And then, in my opinion, everything started changing and changing up, and then he got all political and shit. Then, after he got political, next thing you know, he done lost his mind, and he did some shrooms with some girls, and he's going crazy and stuff like that. And now I don't even know where he at in the world. Do anybody know where he at in the world? I don't. okay? But in my opinion, same thing with Derek Jackson's wife. She got this whole Eye of Horus tattoo. In my opinion, I feel like this Eye of Horus tattoo is a curse, and nobody need to get that on their eye. The reason why I feel like it is because when it comes to symbols, okay, symbols really matter and they fucking mean shit, okay? That is the Egyptian symbol, okay? We should not be putting tattooing things, especially not even just especially on our face. We should not tattoo nothing on our temporary vessel that we don't know that much about, okay? You could think you know about what it means or whatever the case may be. It's the all-seeing eye. Kabar, yes, I agree. Eye of Horus, all-seeing eye, yes. I think Texas somewhere. I asked where you from. I'm from Norfolk, Virginia. I think Polite had a fake tattoo of the horse eye. He definitely did. I remember seeing him with it. I remember it. He had it on him. And I feel like it's crazy because anybody who ever get the tattoo, for some reason, they ass just they mental start tripping. And I think that the reason why is because of Egypt and how important Egypt was. Okay, when we talk about Egypt, what's up, Bake in the building? Shout out to you. We lit, y'all. We lit. Let's take a little shot, everybody. Let's take a little shot. So boom, it's Egyptian symbol. It's spiritual. Kabar, I know that, and I agree that it is an Egyptian symbol and that it's spiritual. I said that. But my thing is, I feel like when these people, the people that I named in the examples, tattooed it on their eye, some type of, it's a curse. It's a curse. Why they all lose their mind? They all go, their mental health start declining, okay? I don't think, in my personal sovereign opinion, I don't think that Pharaoh mental health just started declining because of the shrooms that he took. A lot of people try to, correlate the shrooms with the girls that he was around and how they, I disagree. I don't think Pharaoh's situation had nothing to do with that. And then on top of that, I think he definitely sold out. Okay, sold out. Okay, he started talking about politics too much, and that lead me to the conversation of the fact that if y'all ever see a spiritual person that y'all like what they talking about, hopefully y'all like what I'm talking about, right? If y'all ever see me go to a point where I'm talking politics here and politics there, or Democrat here or Republican there, that's when you know I'm lost. Okay, that's when you know they got to me. Okay, if y'all ever see me talking about going too deep into politics and all that type of stuff, they done got to my ass and bitch, I'm compromised. Okay, that's how you would know that a bitch done got compromised. Okay, you'll never see me talking about that. And the reason why I feel like I say, and I say this almost every live, okay, when it comes to black and white, race and all that, that shit don't matter. When it comes to Democrat and Republican, that shit don't matter. When it comes to male and female, that shit don't matter, because in your past life, bitch, you was probably the shit you hate. You was a fucking white person, or you was a black person, and in your past life you was probably a Democrat or a Republican. None of that stuff matter. When you die, bitch, you're a soul. Okay, you ain't no male soul, female soul, Democrat soul, none of that. You not none of that. Okay, so bisexual soul, transgender soul, you not none of that. Okay, when you die, you just a soul, and that's it. The skin is glowing. Thank you, Ohio Rule. There is another girl too that got it. Pop Daniels, please, like, put me on to the female spiritual women. I would love to know something like that. That'll make my night. I have a cross tattooed on my face. I got a cross tattooed on my back, but not in a Christian sense of a cross. He probably was under attack by a demon. That's very possible and very probable, okay? Not even necessarily a demon, but more so, in my sovereign opinion, I would think like an Archon, okay? We know that he had a huge following, right? All these people that we named in examples, they all had a huge following, okay? And if I was an Archon who's trying to steal people energy and whatnot. I'm gonna find somebody who is a big influencer who can influence the public very easily. Okay, he could do that very easily. So with whatever agenda that they wanted to push, so he started pushing this whole Trump agenda and stuff like that. Now me, when it comes to Trump, I'm very much I don't have nothing to say about his ass. Okay, I don't care about what the fuck he got going on, because he's just a fucking archon trying to harvest some fucking energy. Okay, I don't give a fuck what he doing. When you get too political, that's when you lose me. Okay, same thing with the lady who did my hypnosis / past life regression. Her name is Aurora. Okay, Phoenix Aurora. Okay, and I'm not. She cool. Okay, she cool and all that. Where we at? Cause y'all talking to me. Do you like Puerto Rican? I've been to Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico was lit. I had a ball. YP down bad now. Yeah, so I heard, and I think that it was a video that recently came out about Young Pharaoh, and I really feel like kind of neutral about the situation. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of times, especially, I ain't gonna say especially men, but I feel like just in general, whoever it is, a lot of times we could get so stuck in our ego that we feel like we that, you know what I mean? So I feel like he had got to a certain point in his career that it was like nobody, he felt like nobody was gonna question him. Nobody was, he was that, you know what I'm saying? What his information was, that information. Okay, and then he got to a certain point where he kind of sold out. I really genuinely feel like he sold out when it comes to the whole political topic. When you a spiritual person, you should be sovereign. Okay, if you following a spiritual guru, your preacher, your priest, anybody, whoever it is that you following spiritually, which you shouldn't be following nobody, but if you are, if you notice that that person is choosing sides politically and not being sovereign no more, because if I decide to say, oh, I'm a Republican, or I'm a Christian, or I'm Hindu, or whatever the case may be. And I don't want to say Hindu because I don't really consider Hinduism as a religion, and I don't think they do either. I think they look at it more of like a science, but at the same time, when it comes to their whole Shiva, Ganesha, Lakshmi, all those gods that they look out for or look, praise and stuff like that, or worship, that's where they losing me. Okay? When Jesus came here, in my opinion, okay, when Jesus came here, he don't want us to worship him. He didn't come here to say, you're a sinner and you need to worship my daddy, bitch. I don't agree with that. You have the face of a goddess. You remind me of Queen Nefertiti. Oh, that's beautiful. Let me screenshot that just because I love it. I love that. Thank you so much, Kabar. So, boom. Young Pharaoh, he got lost. This whole Eye of Horus, never get it. If you know anybody that got it, let them know they need to get some removal or something like that, because in my sovereign opinion, I feel like it's a curse. So, boom. Speaking of curses and stuff like that, let's talk about our dreams. Okay, now I only got an hour up here with y'all. I told y'all that my manager, she said only an hour, so I'm finna try to get all this information in here this quick. Let's do it. Funny thing, YP never talked about Christianity. Pop Daniels actually he kind of like, he did kind of speak about Christianity, but not necessarily like Bible stuff or nothing like that. He basically kind of like shunned Christianity and like religious type of stuff, which was cool. Like, and that's another thing. I don't ever want to throw away the baby with the bath water. Okay, that's an old grandma saying. If y'all ain't never heard that, that basically just mean like, don't throw away the information. You know what I mean? Like, the information still matter. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it was a lot of stuff that he knew he was talking about, and it was a lot of like stuff that was a little bit regurgitated information. But aside from the regurgitated information, I feel like he kind of, he was on the right track until like he went left with the whole not being sovereign thing. Okay, when he decided, oh, I'm finna pick a side, oh, I'm Trump, I'm going to the Trump rally, let me put my Make America Great hat again on and all that type of stuff, that's when you just he lost me. Okay, any spiritual person, in my sovereign opinion, should be sovereign. You should not pick no side when it comes to nothing, because the sides and stuff is division. When it comes to them, even just simply man and woman, that was about division. Us being inside of a physical body was about control. So now we being controlled in this physical body, and not only that, they're gonna separate our united self and make half of it a male and half of it a female. So now it's division. We're gonna make some of them white, some of them black, and some of them this and some of them that. Division. And the reason why we want all the division is because, well, the reason why they want all of the division is because they want to harvest the energy. Okay, if y'all don't know about this false light trap, what's your Instagram? It's pinned in the comments. He started talking about the black woman being God. I remember Pop Daniels. Yes. Okay. So when it, let's talk about that. Oh my goodness, I didn't plan on talking about that. We gotta fit it in, y'all. When it comes to the black woman being God, it's like, oh, that's a beautiful statement. Like, it makes the black women feel good. It make black women feel empowered and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I just do not consent or subscribe to that idea. Okay, I don't subscribe to no kind of race of God. Okay, in my sovereign opinion, I feel as if God is not a black, white, Chinese, none of that, male, female, none of that. The monad is what I would, that's the word that I would use to talk about God. The monad, I would say, is just like when you die, your soul is just a soul. It's not black soul or white soul. So the whole black woman is God. I think that is also a division thing. And I think a lot of people who get into the positions, or have that kind of a little bit of authority, like Young Pharaoh and Nature Boy and all that, when people start listening to them, is when it's kind of like, I don't like that. I don't like that whole black woman is God. I thought it was cool and cute, until I really thought about it and really like let it sit on my spirit. And I just feel like it's no black woman is God or black. It's not about black. It don't matter, because in your past life, your ass was probably white as fuck. Like, as fuck. You was probably like pale. Your ass was fucking Bella from fucking Twilight, bitch. You was white as a motherfucker. So it don't matter if you was black, white, black, none of that. That's division. You still lost if you talking about black and white and all that type of stuff. Girl, if you was paid $100,000, you would too, LOL. See, Pop Daniels, right? Let's talk about selling out, because that's where you're going, right? So if he was possibly allegedly paid some money to start endorsing Trump, that's basically the same thing that Nicki Minaj was doing, right? When she went up there talking to Erica Kirk, and she like, oh yeah, I'm on y'all side type shit. And now she lost all these followers, and they made this petition to deport her and all this kind of stuff. It's basically the same thing as that when it comes to selling out. I feel like it's a dangerous game to play when you want to sell out. Okay, it's a dangerous game to play. Okay, and that's why I feel like I don't never want to be in that position. I want to forever be sovereign. Okay, even if it's $100,000, that's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? But my soul, bitch, I'm not trying to keep getting caught in this false light trap and then my ass be stuck back here time and time again. And then what if my next life, bitch, I get fucking reincarnated again, because I done fucking sold out in this life, in this temporary vessel. I done sold out. Now they fucking reincarnate my ass, and I'm reincarnated in a new body. And in this lifetime that I'm living, they got this whole Neuralink thing chip. Okay, and now I can't even die no more. I'm not trying to do it. I'm not trying to do it. I don't even want to take no chances. So the $100,000, that's the material. That's where people get lost. The money. That's why it's a whole lot of celebrities and people in the spotlight who take that chance. And I genuinely feel like it was a bad choice, bitch. But they can get out of it. Your locks are beautiful. Thank you. If you had a spirit animal, what do you think it'll be? Oh, that's a beautiful question. Oh, I would probably go like, I got a couple answers. I would say like, I got a couple answers. I feel like if I could mix two animals together, then that would be my answer. I'm gonna go like lion slash something gentle, dolphin and smart, bitch. Yeah, we gonna go lion fucking dolphin, bitch. Some smart shit. Nature boy talking about some Mama Lucia now. See, and that's what I'm saying. When it comes to these whole, I don't feel like we ever got to reach out to nothing outside of ourselves. Okay? We don't never have to reach out to nothing outside of ourselves. When Jesus came here to talk to us and tell us what the fuck was going on for real, for real, he was really telling us that we should not ever have to reach out to nothing outside of ourselves because God is within us. Okay? Light the light while you're up here, because if not, why you being so mean? Why you being so rude? We talking about motherfucking Jesus. Okay? The real Jesus, not the misconstrued Jesus. Okay, when he came here, he was trying to let us know that you do not have to reach out to nothing outside of yourself. That's why he ended up getting killed, because his message was so dangerous. It was a dangerous message to the Roman Catholic Church, because the Roman Catholic Church, they want their fucking money, okay? They want their motherfucking control. You know why they want their control? Because the Archons is in control of them motherfuckers. Just like they in control of us, but they ain't in control of me because I'm sovereign. And I want you to be sovereign. I want to be in that position. Pick me. I'm just wondering how or where your knowledge came from. Mike D. Okay, well, my knowledge comes from, a lot of it comes from Gnostic texts, those been Gnostic books. So, like, the Gospel of Thomas, Gospel of Mary, Apocrypha of John, stuff like that. I do a lot of research. I really just sit and I just watch a lot of documentaries, and that's what I'm into. And I feel like this is my purpose, to kind of like make people brain tick a little bit more. Usually it's a lot of people up here who go against me, and they like the devil's advocate of my conversation. They like to go back and forth with me, fuss with me, tell me I'm going to hell, tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, tell me, like, even last live somebody tried to tell me I was talking about all the things, all the atrocities, bitch, of the Bible, that God of the Bible was partaking in, such as killing the whole world because nobody won't fucking listen, and they was not behaving and shit. So he said, fuck it, y'all bad, I'm killing all y'all ass and shit like that. Requiring sacrifice, requiring you know, male babies to get their meats cut off. Okay, you know, stuff like that. And then I mentioned the whole blood cross on the door you know, situation. And then it was somebody up here who said that they was a priest or a preacher, it was in their name, and they was like, that never happened, that's not true, that's not in the Bible, you never read the Bible, and this and that, and you know what I'm saying. And I'm 100% million thousand trillion% sure that that's in the Bible. Okay, I'm not making up the blood crosses on the door with the firstborn boys. Okay, I ain't make it up, I did not make that up. Okay, so speak the truth, beautiful. Thank you, Michael Diaz. I appreciate you. I thank y'all for being here. Y'all don't even know how much I appreciate y'all. We do this probably every night, every other night. And yeah, when your birthday, baby? My birthday is March 18th. Okay, real Pisces shit, you know, water sign with the two fishes. Give her like, thank you, Michael Diaz. I really appreciate you. Leela. What's up, Leela, y'all? That's my girl. She's so smart and tapped in. Y'all got to tap in with her. Where is Keys tonight? Oh, he ain't up here. Leela, I think you missed my last live. Did you miss my last live? I don't know. LOL, you crying. No, I'm not crying. Clean up the vocabulary and I guarantee your point will come across better. Damon, I appreciate your opinion. I really do. I feel like the reason why I speak the way that I speak, because I could speak without cursing, you know what I mean? But I feel like the reason why I speak the way that I speak is because I kind of want to be like myself, you know, and sovereign, like I always talk about, and like my true self is, this is the way I speak. So sometimes I might cuss, you know what I mean, stuff like that. But I feel like the people who are meant to be here is gonna always be here. So like if it turn you off, Damon, to hear the cursing and stuff like that, you know, I understand if you feel like you're not meant to be here. I get it. I was there with the Archons. Yes, Leela. They was on my ass. They was on my ass, but it was a great live. That was actually the best live that I feel like I ever had so far. You are not German. Please explain yourself. Africa will never unite. Oh, what is your name about? But my name is Germany. My real name is Germany, like the country. But my music name is Germanybadd with the 2 D's, no space. So y'all check me out. So anyways, okay, so I wanted to give y'all a few different YouTube channels that I want y'all to go check out. And also my manager told me we got an hour. I can't be up here longer than an hour, so we're gonna try to get through it. Leela, you wasn't here when we was talking about Young Pharaoh and all the other ones. Young Pharaoh, Rashad Jamal, Nature Boy, Polite. We was talking about all of them, and I started talking about how, you know, Young Pharaoh got that whole Eye of Horus tattoo, and I feel like it's kind of like cursed, and I feel like that's when his whole downfall happened, and then he just started being not sovereign at all and picking sides and, oh, Trump, let me put my Trump hat on and all that. Where was we? Oh, I missed some. Yeah, when the Pharaoh didn't want to let the Jews go, God said, put a cross of goat's blood on the Jewish people's door to keep the angel of death out and only attack the Egyptians. Michael Diaz, yes. See, I was trying to tell them that, like, I named all the different things that the God of the Bible partaked in that was like not very godly in my opinion, and they just was going in on me, telling me that I was making that up. Can you believe that? They said, you've never read the Bible because that's not in the Bible. I've read the whole entire Bible. I don't know. Yes, I like to know what that name is about too. What name? I'm sorry, I'm a little behind in the chat. You could tell when people don't read the Bible for themselves. Honey, be well. That's true. That's very true. What I like to say a lot of times when I come up here, I talk about the Bible a lot because it's a lot of symbols in the Bible that I can follow along with. I wouldn't say I agree with the whole Bible. I wouldn't say I'm a Bible follower or very spiritually Christian or anything like that. But it's a lot of stuff in the Bible that I use to talk about as symbols, and it's a lot of things in the Bible that a lot of Christians who be on in the comments can relate to. So we can go there. I think I have an evil spirit following me, and it's really killing my vibes. Kabar, you know what, Kabar? I don't want to scare you or like nothing like that. All I want to do is empower you. But what I can say is that it's a lot of us who have archons, especially people who have a true purpose. You know what I mean? A true purpose that really matters. It's a lot of us who we have an archon, who, not even a archon, but archons in general, who are harvesting off of your energy. So I talk about that a lot. Sometimes it could be people, relationship. That's the real reason why they brought all these different aspects into human life. All we do is worry about finances. We wake up in the morning, all we can think about is, damn, like, how I'm gonna get some money, because money is just fake ass fucking piece of paper, not real. But we sitting there and all we can do is focus our lives around finances. Then the next thing we focus our lives around is relationships, and now your man cheating on you and trying to hurt your feelings and all that type of stuff. But really it is a whole bigger picture, and the bigger picture is that there are entities that I would say are the archons, okay, and they are feeding off of us, okay. They are parasites, okay, parasites who need us human beings to live, okay? They can't do shit without us, okay? So they use our negative emotions. They continuously not force us to reincarnate, but manipulate us into reincarnation so that they can keep getting that energy. That's the reason. In my sovereign opinion. You rap or sing? I'm a rapper. Y'all gotta check me out. My name is Germanybadd with the 2 D's, no space. I make bangers, okay? I got a song on Spotify with over 1 million streams. I do my little thing or whatever, and I would love for y'all to check me out. Your manager is too controlling. Duh, I wouldn't say that. I feel like, you know, she just got my best interest at heart. Yeah, you need to tell your manager to kick rocks, LOL. They are liars. They take from and add to. Yes, they are liars. Kabar, let's talk about it, okay? Let me just go give this story. I don't know if y'all ever heard this story, but I'm gonna just give it real quick and real sweet, okay? This is about the false light trap, and this is about how manipulation is what is the word? Manipulation is they fucking thing, okay? That's what they do. So boom, this is my sovereign opinion. You can agree with it or not, okay? So boom, basically what I think is that, like, for example, y'all ever heard of the false light trap? Or probably not, but if you was to die, right, in your death, you will be disoriented. I think that's how you pronounce the word, okay? You're disoriented, and they have these archons who are in control of this trap that I keep telling y'all about. When you die, your spirit goes, and then they sitting there and they're like, you see a light, and you're like, damn, I need to go towards that motherfucking light, because I know that in life, everybody keep saying, oh, go towards the light, go towards the light. Hold on. I got your back, Mom. I got Christian PTSD, which is a good thing. Good thing means I can decode and expose the lies of the Christian church. I'm going to be real, Mom, because of my path, the middle path. I stopped trying to expose the church because people chose to be slaves. That was very deep, Michael Diaz. I 1,000% agree with you. I 1,000% agree with you, okay? It's control. It's all about control. It's all about it. And it's scary because it's like the Christian community, they just feel like they was raised thinking don't question nothing. You can't question shit. Don't question God, bitch. You fucking up if you question God and all that kind of stuff. And then it's like they think in their head like everybody who does question God is like demons or something like that. But really, it's programming. It's all programming. Like to lie while y'all up here, because if not, what's your problem? Why you being so mean and rude? You read the Bible right. Who was Ozias? I don't know Ozias. And I didn't never read the whole Bible. I never said that. I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix my lip gloss. Okay, where was we at? I think someone got Young Pharaoh mixed up with the Egyptian Pharaoh. What you mean by that? Somebody got him mixed up with the Egyptian Pharaoh. Like, I feel like I know what his problem was. I feel like I know what his problem was, and I think that his problem was he just sold out. When you sell out, there's nothing you can do about it, okay? So, I don't know if y'all know about the whole Illuminati and all this kind of stuff. Y'all know about the celebrities and how they say, oh, that's a clone and this and that. It's not a clone. It's really them, but it's not really them. So, there's this ceremony called the opening of the mouth ceremony, okay? Which they go through when they sell out. When they sell, they sow, okay? When people sell, they sow. You know how they say, oh, they just dropped a little bit of their morals. That means they sow. No, that's not what that means. When they talk about these celebrities and stuff like that selling they soul, what they mean is they went through this ceremony ritual that I'm telling you about, opening of the mouth ceremony. Go look it up, okay? Basically what it is they are allowing an archonic entity to live in their temporary vessel, okay? Like I said, this is a temporary vessel. I'm a bad bitch in this vessel. I could have been ugly as fuck in my past life. It don't matter, okay? Temporary vessel. They go through the ceremony. Now they got a whole archon living inside of them, and sometimes they could be manipulated and for example, if you the handler or whoever is doing this ceremony, and I tell you, look, Beyonce, allegedly, I ain't gonna, yeah, don't sue me, ho, but yeah, they like, look, Beyonce, all you gotta do is allow this NC into your body. You still gonna be in control. You still gonna live your rich life. You just gonna be big can be. And so Beyonce or whoever it is, allegedly, is like, oh yeah, like, okay, I'm in control, but it's manipulation. So when it comes to cosmic law, it is completely 100% legal for these entities to lie to you. Okay, so if they want you to reincarnate just so they can steal your energy and harvest your energy for the rest of your life, all they gotta do, they can. It's legal for them to lie to you and say, oh, um, yeah, you only gonna be on Earth for it lasts like 10 seconds. Like, you ain't even. It's gonna just fly by, and we all know that that's not true. People here struggling. They tired. They tired of fucking living. They tired of this shit. So we know it's not true. It's okay. It's legal for them to manipulate you, and that's what's dangerous about it. You gotta be sovereign. Go to the light behind you. I'm not going to no fucking like Michael Diaz. I'm not going to no like none of it. Those lights, that's all a projection. Okay, they can project. If you a Christian, they gonna project Jesus to you, and Jesus gonna say, yeah, you did your shit, you did your big one in this life, bitch, come with me to this light. If you a fucking atheist, bitch, they gonna show your dead ass cousin, dead ass mama, and your dead ass mama gonna be like, baby, I'm so proud of you, come with me to this light. And they gonna show you your whole a reel of your whole entire life, and you gonna look at it and you gonna be like, damn, like, I was actually a bad person. They gonna emphasize that shit. They gonna say, yeah, you remember that time when you da 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 da. This is how that person felt, and they gonna make you feel all those feelings. You gonna feel guilty as fuck. You gonna be like, damn. Then they gonna say, I suggest you reincarnate so that you could balance out your karma. I don't consent to karma. Period. I don't. I no longer consent to karma. Who is Jesus? Jesus can't be expressed by words. When I look at him, he is just present in my heart. Agreed. Jesus, I can agree with that. Honeybee Well asked about Osiris. I don't know Osiris. Can y'all put me on to who Osiris is? Only if you knew the gift God gave me. Kabar, what is the gift God gave you? I would love to know. Put us on. What's it? What is it? Know of a surety, Abraham, that your seed will be in a strange land and they will serve them for 400 years. Isn't it strange that we black people have been here for over 400 years? Mike D, I 100% agree with you. And I think that the black DNA is more powerful and, more potent, and it holds some secrets or whatever the case may be. But don't get me wrong, because like I said, in a past life, you could have been white. So just because right now you're black and you have a lot of ancestral DNA that was probably here first, doesn't mean that you're any more superior than any other race, because at the end of the day, when you die, you're just a soul. Light the live while y'all up here, because if not, why you being so mean and why you being so rude? That's why I don't like to get into the whole racial conversation, because I think that's division. It's about division. It don't really matter that I'm a black woman right now, so if somebody want to say the black woman is God, yeah, sure, but at the end of the day, when I die, I'm not gonna be a black woman no more. I'm just gonna be a soul. You feel me? So that whole racial conversation always just throw me off. It really do. And I feel like even when you look at spiritual gurus or people that you want to listen to when they have information and whatnot, I think that if they start getting too deep onto any other side of anything, because we should be sovereign. When Jesus came here, he was trying to teach us about sovereignty and about what we supposed to be really doing and the things that really matter. Damn, you cute. Thank you. By the way, if you need mods, get these Christians. I'm your demon, ma. Michael, well, thank you. No, see, they do be on my ass and they be going back and forth with me, but I really do appreciate the whole devil's advocate kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it give us something to go back and forth for. Gotta have some kind of dialogue. LOL. So, how can y'all be against something y'all didn't read? I'll humbly respect you and move around. Yeah, honeybee. Well, I'm not gonna say that I'm against it. I never said I'm against the Bible. I use it as an example a lot of times when I'm on the live and stuff like that, because there's a lot of people like you who, like, just subscribe to the Bible 100%. They believe in the Bible. But I wouldn't say that I'm like a Christian believer of the Bible. I think that it's certain things in the Bible that I would subscribe to symbolically. Okay, like I look at it more so symbols. For example, Jesus's resurrection. Okay, my sovereign opinion, like the live while y'all up here, my sovereign opinion is that Jesus's resurrection, the story of his resurrection in the Bible, was more so symbols, and it was about him being able to transcend this whole false light trap that I keep telling y'all about. Okay, so when they talk about him going through the different levels of hell and all that kind of stuff, I don't believe that that's what it meant. I think that what it meant was about the lower realms that he had to transcend to be able to transcend that realm. You feel me? That's my sovereign opinion. What's up, the vibe? Do you know what the snake and dragon is? It's one of the first societies. This all hell. The snake and dragon. No, but you know what? I'll look it up. Whatever information that y'all would like me to look up, I definitely will. I love information. I don't consent. Exactly. I wake up every morning, y'all, and I remind myself that this is a temporary vessel, and any contracts that I consented to with my knowing or without my knowing, I no longer consent. That's very important, y'all. Very important. Okay, I no longer consent to that shit. If I said this shit when I ain't know no better, y'all manipulated me. I ain't mean it, bitch. I don't consent. I'm sovereign, ho. And when I pass away and I go into this death realm trap, I hope that I have the strength and the remembrance to do that. But they also say that it's very important that you go through the death ritual multiple times while you're alive, so that in your death you know exactly what to do and exactly where you're going. Okay, so if that's something you can work on right now. Okay, I don't want you to feel hopeless, like, oh shit, when I die, bitch, they gonna trap me again, bitch. Don't feel like that. Supposedly banished to all corners of the earth. Y'all right. So it depends on if you believe in reincarnation. Pop Daniels, reincarnation is 100% fact. And I just feel like that's another conversation that we just shouldn't be having. Like, there are so many millions and trillions of examples of factual, the way I can prove that reincarnation is real. There are millions of children who are born who have somehow transcended and was able to remember instead of going through this whole memory wiping that we go through when we go through that false light. So the false light is going to wipe your memory, but some people, it don't wipe their memory. A lot of kids, they're born, they know exactly what their name was and how they died. You can look